The most dangerous place in times of injustice is to remain neutral. Desmond Tutu. We have never been silent, nor have we ever compromised with oppression. Since the dawn of history, the brave has always carried the torch of freedom, by those who refused to bow to tyranny or to remain silent in the face of injustice. Across the ages, history has written in letters of light the names of men and women who stood for the weak, the oppressed, and the downtrodden. They refused to abandon them, refused to leave them to the wolves. They remind us that history does not forgive the silent, that dignity can never be bought, and that to stand against injustice is the truest meaning of our humanity. Victor Hugo. When justice is crushed beneath the feet of power, literature rises to defend it. Ahmed Shawki. The gate of crimson freedom is struck with every blood-stained hand. Leo Tolstoy. Injustice does not only destroy laws, it destroys the very souls of human beings. Nelson Mandela. I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination. My dream is of a democratic and free society in which all live together with dignity and equality. Mahatma Gandhi. When you are in the right, you may lift your head high, even if you are the weakest of men. Martin Luther King Jr. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. Muhammad Ali. I can accept losing everything, but I will never lose myself or my values. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Neutrality in the face of injustice means you have chosen the side of the oppressor. George Orwell. In a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. If people allow injustice to continue, they deserve what comes next. John Steinbeck. Injustice does not need strength to survive, only the silence of others. John F. Kennedy. Those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. Abraham Lincoln. I am bound to be free, and I am equally bound not to be a master. Che Guevara. They may cut down all the flowers, but they will never stop the spring. Franklin D. Roosevelt. Freedom is never given by tyrants. It must be taken by the people who refuse to surrender. Charles de Gaulle. Submission does not bring peace, but eternal slavery. Albert Einstein. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. Hannah Arendt. The root of evil lies in people's indifference. The greatest evils are committed by ordinary men obeying orders. Nuremberg Tribunal, 1945. Blind obedience is no excuse for crimes against humanity. André Malraux. Man is defeated only when he loses his will. Polish resistance fighters. We would rather die standing than live kneeling. French resistance. Silence is a crime. Collaboration is treason. Resistance is life. Edmund Burke. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Dietrich Bonhoeffer. Silence in the face of evil is itself evil. Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act. Desmond Tutu. If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Malcolm X. The worst kind of injustice is to see injustice and say nothing. Winston Churchill. Appeasement is feeding the crocodile, hoping it will eat you last. Every generation has a duty to stand against tyranny, or it will pay dearly. Thomas Jefferson. Every generation needs a revolution to keep the tree of liberty alive. Jean-Paul Sartre. The coward is he who chooses silence when he ought to speak. Simone Weil. Indifference is a crime against the soul. Bertrand Russell. Neutrality in times of moral crisis is not a virtue, but a crime.